My name is Ade-Akanbi and welcome to the Data and AI Gist podcast. This has been years in the making and it's so delightful to bring this to you. I am the founder and CEO of DecisionSpaak Technologies, an innovation and analytics technology group operating in the Middle East and Africa region. And we are doing this together with Africa Tech Radio, the foremost tech radio in Africa. We thought of an idea and we said, how can we reach more people in the data analytics space in Nigeria, across Africa, to enable them grow as a career professional? And we said, well, why not create a podcast and share a lot of insights, invite people that have been building solutions across the world that are Nigerians, right? And they have built so many solutions in Nigeria as well. And let's hear them speak. Let's hear them talk to us and share with audiences across the world. And that's why we have come with this Data and AI podcast. So please follow along, share with your friends, comment, like, repost, whatever the case is, because this is going to be an interesting ride. I cannot wait to see what your reaction to some of the things we've brought to you would be, but I really want to just ensure that you gain the knowledge because that's the most important thing. Let's get started. A lot of times people tend to think data analytics professionals are nerds. This is a data scientist is just one nerd with glasses, just sitting in one corner, just minding his business with the hoodie on, the tech bro that doesn't want to interact with people. But trust me, so many data analytics professionals are very jovial. They are very social, right? If they are in the circle of the fellow data analytics professionals. But we also work with other people. There's nothing you do in data analytics that is done in silos, right? You have to work with people. You're working with product managers. You're working with business managers. You're working with operations managers, communications managers, name it. You're working with so many professionals because your products, whatever you're building as a data analytics professional, does not stay in your scripts, does not stay on your dashboard, does not stay in your Excel file. It has to contribute to business. And we've brought in so many interesting guests, people that you typically would even see speak about some of these things publicly because they are people that you typically wouldn't see behind the camera. But these guys have been very pivotal to the industry in Nigeria and they are very great people. And I can't wait to hear them speak. Imagine speaking with somebody that has built a solution that has been embedded in your banking system for years. You may not know it, but these things have been powering a lot of solutions. Imagine speaking with people that have been leading data analytics teams for years across financial institutions, right? Imagine speaking with people that are living in Nigeria, working for global organizations, right? They exist. We have brought them to this podcast for you to learn from them and ensure that you are better as a professional, as a data analytics professional. And also, this is not just for data analytics professionals. If you are looking to get into this space, this is for you. If you are just naturally curious, because we do have a couple of people like that, come on board. Right? Because this is the place for you. I've been training a lot of people over the last few years, right? I think in 2025 alone, my training programs has reached at least 50,000 people, right? And I've gotten so many insights from people looking to grow, people looking to learn more, people looking to apply these trainings to their job roles, to their careers, to their businesses, right? To their initiative. In fact, I recently did a training for an NGO, right? AI for NGOs. And I could see the raw interest with people that are NGO practitioners in Nigeria willing to grow their initiative, their NGO initiative with AI. Everybody's adopting AI now, right? So it is left for us professionals that are actually building these systems to, grow ourselves, right? So why do we need to do this again? We need to be able to build ourselves up. There's something I personally say, nobody's coming to save us. And genuinely, nobody's coming to save us, right? So we have to build ourselves. A couple of people have gone ahead of us on this journey. They need to be able to pull other people up. A couple of us have also been involved in a couple of things globally, we need to be able to transfer that knowledge, right? Because we shouldn't operate in silos. This is what has happened across the world, and we shouldn't operate in silos. In Nigeria, across Africa, we need to work together to grow this industry. As it is, there are over 400,000 professionals in Africa that are data analytics professionals that work in data analytics space, according to LinkedIn. And about 35% of that number are Nigerians, in Nigeria, right? And that's a very good percentage, which builds us up to a position where we actually have to be the one to lead in a lot of conversations when it comes to data analytics across Africa. And the Data and AI Gist podcast is there for you. We would also, in this podcast, things you should expect, right? Raw insights. This is a gist. This is not your typical podcast that is very professional, very official. It's a gist. We are just gisting with people. We are talking with people in a very informal manner to just share knowledge. We made the place very cozy for people to be able to share all the insights they have as if they were talking to their friend that is also in the space, right? So just sit down and enjoy the ride. One interesting thing that has been happening so far is the growth of data and AI in Nigeria. We've gone away from the time when data was just a buzz that somebody was talking about. Now is the core aspect of everything. Everybody now is talking about data. Right now, AI has come in the way it has come with the advent of ChatGPT, which was launched on November 30, 2022, and it blew the data and AI space across the world, right? And now people are looking to get interested in AI. I remember building a couple of things pre-ChatGPT, and you hardly get people to be interested. They just always looked at you as you are this nerd that was building out something that nobody cares about. But ChatGPT was launched and everybody started to ask about artificial intelligence, right? How can we use artificial intelligence in this business? How can we do this with AI? How can we do that with AI? And for people like me, I just had to take a sit back and say, well, I've been telling you about this, but now it's time to take the ride. So we have been able to do a lot of incredible things because of this buzz as well, this attention that has come to this space. And, we are very good for it. But again, we need to continue to do more because this is where the world is now. The world is AI powered, right? The world is AI powered and it's going to be more. So we'll be talking about a lot of that and more during the podcast for the next couple of weeks. And another thing that I was going to talk about is a lot of people fear artificial intelligence. And well, for some good reasons, they have good reasons to be afraid about artificial intelligence. When I speak to them, I speak at conferences and people walk up to me and say, this AI I'm hearing is very dangerous. He can do this, he can do that. He can scam people, or he can be dangerous. People can generate something, people can use it for fraud. And a lot of really interesting things that people are afraid about. And trust me, I understand you. If you're out there, you're watching this and you think you're afraid about what artificial intelligence is, your reasons are valid, right? But again, AI systems are just tools, right? It's a technology. Technology systems are tools that help you achieve something, right? Artificial intelligence systems are as potent or dangerous or useful as the person wielding it. So think of it as a knife. And I always share these examples in my trainings. A knife can be used to, take butter, spread on your bread, use in your kitchen to slice something, but it can also be a very dangerous murder weapon, right? But at the end of the day, it still remains a knife. But what happens at the other side of things is the person wielding it, the intent in the heart of the person wielding it that makes that tool be either useful or dangerous. And that's the same for AI, right? So whoever is wielding AI systems are in charge of whatever output you have. So when you see a video generated that looks very wrong and you know that it's AI generated, take a walk back and think, a human generated this. Why? Right? I don't want to get into the ethics of human nature, but I know that companies will start to put a lot of guardrails in place as these AI systems are growing, right? Because again, it's just the same, it's a technology tool. The same technology that came, the internet came, it brought in so many advancements to the human race, but there were also people that started to commit fraud and do a lot of dangerous things with the internet as well, right? But again, people started to put guardrails in place to ensure that larger people are protected. The same way for AI systems, we'll get there. A lot of guardrails will be put in place, but we shouldn't ignore the fact that humans are the ones telling AI systems what to generate and what to do, right? I really want to see you share this with people around you, people that would find this useful, people that would find the insights useful, because it's going to be a very interesting ride, right? I can't wait to share a lot of the insights with you as well, because the guests we have are so great. I mean, very great guests, because again, these are people you wouldn't even hear speak on LinkedIn as much, right? These are people that have been building systems that nobody has thanked them for, right? When I mean systems, I mean, they've been doing some really serious thankless jobs, right? Contributing even to some open source initiatives that power a lot of other things, right? So it's time to actually share a lot of insights, open the lead up, but also give some good recognition to a couple of these people. So if you want to see somebody on our podcast, please drop in the comment sections on YouTube, on Instagram, on any other channel you are watching this from. Let us know so that we can bring them for you to speak to you. Again, this is Data and AI Gist podcast, and I can't wait to see the ripple effect that this would create. Come for the ride.